Everything's recorded now. Yay. Oh, I love being here, being back, seeing all familiar faces, old faces, new faces, connecting, reconnecting to old and new. This is awesome. A ripple effect of love. As we find our way through these times and recognize the essence of the soul and the deep love within and connect intently with love, our energy expands outward and we become a drop of water from the vast ocean of creation embedding itself in us. Each of us, like that droplet, reverberates from our very core, touching all within our path. So many of you have touched me today, and I know I have touched you. How we choose that vibration to touch others is really a simple matter of awareness. Constant awareness in our connections, in our reactions, in our day-to-day living. To realize this is to live with intention. What would happen to the surface of a small, calm, still pond if you threw a pebble into the center? From its point of entry, it would ripple out and continue to ripple from around itself, shivering in its own quake, spreading far and wide until the ridges of its flow meet the edge of the pond. And those ripples then bounce back and continue to create an effect until they come back to center. We are that center. As we live and breathe, we send out currents that undulate and expand from our very core being. And others around it feel the effects of what we exude. And what we put out returns. That would be karma. Water's energy of feelings. It is of feelings, of emotions. When water stops flowing, it gets stuck. And stagnation occurs. We are like water. We are composed of a huge percent of water. As long as we are growing and learning and trying to reach out with good intention, the river flows. We are in the process of making our way home at all times in our journey to reconnect. And there's no better connection made than in love. And I don't mean physical love. I mean that God spark that all of us have within, that is in the expansion of the oneness of all that is as love. There's a movie that came out many years ago. See if you can guess it. If you've seen it, it was quite some time ago. In the movie, a middle school class is asked to come up with a project of something that will change the world, that they'd like to see change. And one of the boys comes up with this plan to do a random act of kindness for 3 people every day. And those 3 people are not allowed to pay him in any way. Instead, has anyone seen the movie? It's called Pay It Forward. Yes, yes. A lot of people have seen it. It's a great movie. I don't like the ending, but I'm not going to give that away. But there's a reason that it ends the way it is, because of the difference he made. We all have a purpose and intention for being here, and he made a huge impact in his experiment to pay it forward. It was amazing. So 3 more people each time paid it forward to 3 more people, and the ripple effect went on and on and on. And compassion is spread that way. He paid it forward in compassion with intent. And doesn't it feel good to serve one another? Makes you feel good inside. That is what we're here for, essentially. To be kind, to serve, to reconnect in love and in deed. Like what happens when a disaster strikes. As sad as it is, it brings people together. I almost feel like disasters happen on purpose when things get too chaotic, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get when things happen, I feel like it's the universe saying, okay, enough, let's come back together again. And it creates this amazing ripple effect of love, and everyone gets involved as we should be. Who here has said a kind word in passing? I bet every one of you have. A simple smile. What a difference even a smile might make in someone's day. And you don't even know that you affected that person. And that person may smile at someone else, and then they smile. And it continues on. It's amazing what we can do. The craziest things that you might just not know, that you made that difference. It's not about making a difference. It's not about being paid for your deeds. It's about paying it forward and just doing what we're here to be doing. It's like magic. The magic of growing in spirit. There is no currency that reciprocates our actions, but there is karma. And if you're doing the job of your soul's dharma and purpose in spreading light, karma is a beautiful thing. She is. Cause and effect is one of the universe's most powerful natural laws. Living in this intention of awareness is a simple concept. And it spreads like a drop as it ripples out into the pool of life. And that's only touching the top layer of the pond. The current carries below the water surface in its denseness, as well as above in its lightness, as energy. And it doesn't stop. It travels and it bounces and bounces around, back and forth between people and back to yourself. And it's funny, if there's something you need to see, that bouncing around that you took part in sending out comes back, often as a mirror. We are vibration in the fullest sense of the word. And our spiritual essence intermingles and reverberates. I use the term vibration, reverberate, because as we send out positive or negative energy in words, in deeds, in our acts, we draw in frequencies that basically echo what we've put out. And we are in turn drawn to and attract what we put out of the same frequency. Awareness is key. It's like that mirror. So not just for the sake of others, we're doing this for the sake of ourselves as well. And it's not being selfish, it's being on track for our soul's essence. And think of layers of energy. There's heavy, dense energy on the bottom and higher light energy on the top. and everything in between, the negative thoughts and difficult patterns are heavy, and they tend to sink to the bottom and keep us in the thick of things. And it's really hard to project out from that place of thickness and density. It's difficult to send out and receive positive energy from that place. Whereas the higher energy of affirmation, of light, gives us wings to fly. But because it's so light and we exist as denseness, not to say we are dense, but we are physical in form, it's not a easy place to hold the lightness because of who we are, where we are in this form on purpose. It's important to be aware of your intention at all times. Like attracts like is for real. It's easy to be dense. Yeah. It's easy to be overcome with the difficulties that life presents. But if you let the myriad of obstacles weigh you down, you sink. Sometimes it's really hard to be positive and stay afloat. I know this. It's okay, we're human. Nevertheless, we have to be careful how we project our feelings and not project any negativity to others, even if that's where we are. Go home and be by yourself if you're feeling negative. But tap into that essence of your divine self, your divine light, as lightness, as energy, as the frequency and vibration of love as part of you, and it will come back. Think of a dragonfly skimming over the water. They're light and airy without a trouble in the world, right? As far as we can tell anyway. Dragonfly energy is symbolic of adaptation in the spirit of the body. The dragonfly can sail across the water, stopping and starting and darting at different angles, adapting to its surroundings while it stays embodied in its core essence. So be like that dragonfly. Who are you? In your core essence. It's important to know who you are as you reach out to others. And that's the importance of the development circles like they have here at TNSA. Know thyself. It helps you to know yourself. It's our eternal search to find out who we are. And as we connect and we reconnect and get closer to the answer of who we are, we spread our wings and expand our horizons of awareness. That's part of the beauty of the mirror reflecting back to us, of seeing what we really need to see about ourselves that we have projected outward as our inner being. To notice. As the outer world reflects our inner world, it is our destiny to search out the meaning and some sort of semblance in our lives. What we would label as perception mirrors back to us what is important to see, noting that we are only able to see what we perceive. And that changes. We disassemble and we reassemble what we see and what we think we know, and our perception changes. Is it positive? Oh, I feel like I don't have to yell anymore. Yay. Is it positive, life-affirming? It's up to you. We are constantly changing, and as our core essence ripples out and touches others from our very being, from our soul self, as we grow and learn and shift in consciousness, we are that drop of the divine that is our essence, touching into the pool of life experiences. So as that drop of the divine that is your essence, we create, we touch with our words, with our deeds, with our thoughts even. Thoughts are energy, huge thoughts. Sometimes a simple smile is all it takes for a positive ripple effect to be sent out and continue on. And before you know it, you are raising your vibration as well as everybody else's. And as you raise your vibration, your heart expands and you connect with that part of the divine light and love that you are as sheer love. The core of your essence as we sit here together today. God bless you. It's so great to be here. I love you all. Namaste. Thank you.